Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kid Show. Today we're talking about Diablo 4 because man, it's been a game that I've been playing pretty much every day. I've been pretty consistent, and it's actually taken me off of Fortnite, and that's saying a lot because I'm a bit of a Fortnite fanatic. Not, I wouldn't say fanatic, but Fortnite's been my go-to for a while now, and a lot of games just haven't really hit, or do just I'll play them a little bit here and there, but I haven't been as serious in playing a lot of these games. But the one game that has definitely um, gotten me invigorated with gaming, that isn't Fortnite or whatever have you, that I find interested in, particularly a lot of older games, a lot of 7th gen GBA games, 7th gen games, or really just any retro 6th gen games. Those are the games that I look forward to. I do a lot of retro gaming because, well, modern gaming just hasn't been hitting. But I think this June right now, June has started off on fire because literally Diablo 4 early access to people who bought the Ultimate Edition and what is it, the other edition, the more expensive editions, and basically anyone that bought Street Fighter. Yeah, the games launched the same day, and both of these games have been well received, and both of them have sold exponentially well. Like, who knew? A lot of people were blaming gamers for not buying that piece of shit Forspoken. Because, well, who knew if you actually made a good game that people would actually like, that was finished products day one, people would actually pay to play them. Who knew that, right? And Diablo 4 and Street Fighter 6 have done just that. But some interesting info has come out about Diablo 4, and that is, well, Diablo 4 is Blizzard's fastest selling game ever. It was reportedly played for 93 million hours during the 4-day early access period. So this does not even include the people that paid, the standard price for the game. If you bought the more expensive versions of said game, you're the ones playing this. So that's a lot. That's a lot of hours. But Activision Blizzard has claimed that Diablo 4 is Blizzard's fastest selling game of all time. The claim is based on the game's pre-launch unit sales, which came in at record levels on both console and PC. I think a big proprietor of a lot of these games, particularly pointing at obviously Street Fighter 6 as well, Diablo, is the fact that they are crossplay. So anybody and their mother can play together. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you make an account with Capcom or Blizzard, you can connect to each other and play the games. And it being relatively easy to link up and do that's, I think, a really awesome thing. I've seen it within the communities that I reside in, that people are just joining up no matter where they are, just play some games together. And that's been an awesome thing to see. The game has officially released on PC, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4 today, but others who bought the Deluxe and Ultimate Edition were granted early access from June 1st. While Blizzard didn't reveal specific sales figures for the title, it said over 93 million hours played, or over 10,000 years, was recorded during this early access period, it's insane, man. They said, our vision at Blizzard is to create legendary experiences for all to share. Diablo 4 is an incredible realization of that vision, said Blizzard President Mike Ybarra. With highly customizable gameplay, gripping storytelling, and plenty of options around how to engage with the world, this masterfully crafted expression of Diablo's universe is an expanding example of what our talented development teams are capable of. Diablo 4 features cross-platform play and cross-progression on all platforms, plus up to 4-player co-op, including 2-player couch co-op on consoles. Look, man, they did a lot to make sure that a lot of people can link up and play, and I think that that is admirable. Despite all the controversy surrounding Blizzard, don't get me wrong, fuck them for some of the things that has come out of that, that company. But it's one of those things, man. I think gamers have been swamped with garbage release after garbage release. If the game be incomplete or you're really just unpolished entirely, it's nice to see that at least this June it starts off with some bangers that actually work well day one and people aren't having too many issue with. For me personally, I had a little bit of server issue when it first launched for the Ultimate Edition players. So I was, fighting with it for about a little less than 2 hours. I've had some instances where it takes a little bit of time to get into the server. Sucks when it's an online only game, but at least it hasn't been bad at all by any means, especially with the official launch. I haven't really had an issue. I ended up waiting like 5 minutes to get into the game. So overall, look, not perfect, but not bad either. I also came across one instance where I was trying to get to where I needed to go to a main mission, and for some reason I couldn't go through like this door. So it was completely open for me to go through, but my character kept bouncing backwards. I ended up having to I left the server, returned, still same problem. Tried playing on my other device, and it was working there. So I'm like, okay, let me bring it back over here to where I can actually stream it, and no problems after that. So little minor things, but in comparison to stuff like Redfall that came out absolutely a complete mess, Forspoken that was running horribly on both PS5 as well as PC. Tons and tons of games. Star Wars Jedi Survivor launching broke, well, with terrible, terrible performance issues and some bugs and stuff. And overall, man, just a lot of high profile releases releasing and sucking. It's nice to see that, well, at least, Blizzard managed to get it right despite all their failures. And, with Street Fighter 6, Capcom also got it right. Capcom has been on their game when it comes to well-crafted games day one. Gotta give them props for that. I'm interested to see how Endgame goes with Diablo 4. Now, mind you, these are the people that also made Diablo Immortal, which is absolutely a microtransaction-filled mess from what I've heard. It's not something I will ever try in my lifetime. But, the horror stories I've heard with how that game is structured on mobile, I hope that they don't intend to bring more mobile, malicious money-grabbing attempts or whatever have you. But I have a couple of criticisms thus far from playing Diablo for about the 25 or so hours I've played of it. First being no DualSense features. When I throw out an explosion, man, can I at least get a cool rumble feature that actually feels indicative of said explosion? Obviously, a little bit of server issues hopefully become less of an issue overall at all. I would like for it to be as seamless of an experience as possible where I just jump in onto the server, no problems, play for, a couple of hours, no problems. I did come across also an issue where my game did freeze, but I ended up, closing application, relaunching, was back exactly where I was before. So minor issue on that front. Other thing that I don't particularly, well, I mean, overall, I don't really, what can I say about Diablo 4? The one other major criticism I do have, honestly, is how insanely expensive these skins are. Remember, The Witcher 3 early last gen, where, for $20, you got a whole expansion that gave you a bunch of story-related things that was actually hard work behind that. Yeah, well, now they're charging you almost $30 for one skin for one character in the game. If you're playing a necromancer, yeah, you can buy a skin for that necromancer, but it doesn't translate to any of the other characters. Yeah, and that skin could be anywhere from like $13 to almost like $13 to like $28 on average. And yeah, if you want to play as all the characters and you want to doll them up too, yeah, you're going to be spending a pretty penny. That is excessive, absolutely excessive. Low quality content. Let's be real now. They're just skins. It's not like they're doing expansion by any means. Absolutely terrible business practice on that front. I mean, it's just cosmetics, but at the same time, how much is enough, man? And that's definitely super over the top. This game is doing extremely well, and I just don't think that cosmetics should be that ridiculous. And I do know some people who have indulged. I have not. I'll just stick with being able to customize the things that I do unlock for my character, unlock for my character. But yeah, guys, it's been overall pretty good experience. I've been having a lot of fun. Diablo 4 is pretty addictive, but definitely take into account the minor issues that I did list. But yeah, guys, if you have Diablo 4, let me know what you think. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, or Kick if you'd like to continue the conversation. Consider becoming a channel member if you'd like instant access to the Discord. And guys, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.